Happy Saturday, everybody. I'm hoping that you're all faring really well with the smoke and your breathing's okay and that your sinuses are not playing up on you. I've had a lot of people reach out over the last few days, of course, with the smoke and just need a little bit of love and advice. But that aside, I want to chat with you today about something that's really, really really important to be able to set yourself free. And by setting yourself free, what does that mean? Well, the cascade effect of feeling free gives you more. The cascade effect of feeling free gives you more time. The cascade effect of feeling free gives you more confidence, more potency, more clarity. So what does it look like to be set free? I was having, I'm doing some big renovations here at my house at the moment on top of the smoke, believe it or not. So I've been walking around with masks on most of the time. And I was having a really beautiful connected conversation with one of the trades guys yesterday. And what we were talking about was that when we as humans, male, female, child, it doesn't matter, restrict our voice or hold ourselves in, what happens is that the outside effect becomes catastrophic in that, hi Alison, in that it actually paints the picture outside that we're people pleasing, that we're always in service, that we're making people happy all the time. And at the very essence of restricting our voice or restricting what is our truth, what will happen is you will absolutely change the internal physiology of your body that's set up in protection. So we may look at things like skin issues, menstrual issues, digestive issues. And anyway, as I was having this conversation with this beautiful man, what we were actually getting really deep into, and I thought I've got to share this with everybody today because this is so important, not only to your physical healing, but your emotional healing, your heart's healing. And as you know, these are the three levels that we spend a lot of time on as we work. And when you start to speak your truth from a place of transparency, and you start to speak your truth from a place of honesty, what happens is suddenly those constructs around you of needing to be liked, of needing to please everybody, of needing to have the love of everybody around you falls away. And when you let go of that, when that falls away, you step into a whole different energy of freedom. This is the freedom. In speaking your truth, in being honest, you create freedom for yourself. And a lot of people think, well, I mightn't be liked, or I might be judged, or I may not be, may not be able to talk with those people that I care about. That is all fabricated perception of what might happen. It's not even truth. What is true is that you start to speak from here, allow the energy from your heart and your womb space to come up through the throat chakra as sound out into the universe to start to create what you want. And with this conversation I was having with this trans person yesterday came out around marriage and relationships. And we were just saying that and he was actually saying that a lot of his friends now are not able to speak the truth in their marriage, and what's happening is they have this perception and this persona or this facade that the relationship looks a certain way to everyone around them, but on the inside it's actually really destructive, and on the inside it's really incongruent. And this is the opening up of conversation around needing to speak your truth. So I started talking transparently to him about my marriage issues, right? That we'd had 3 separations, that I'd lost twins. This is a story that you all know. So, and he said, wow, you're actually saying that out loud. And I said, yeah, I am. I'm saying that out loud because it's not my responsibility to buffer how you may or may not feel when we're having a conversation. It's my responsibility to always come from my place of authenticity. It's my responsibility to come from my place of heartfelt love for everything that's going on. And this is where we start to not be able to be free and not be able to create those cascade effects when we start to restrict or second guess or decipher and water down what it is that we're actually really feeling and wanting to speak out. And, you know, in speaking the truth, or your truth, not the truth, let's say your truth, because there's really only universal law is the only truth that we have. How the universe is governed by universal laws and principles. Everything else is a perceived truth, and it's your perceived truth, or it's my perceived truth. It isn't absolute. The only absolute we have is the universal laws and what am I saying? Policies that govern the earth, right? And so where we're going with this is really important, because the more you rise into speaking from a place of transparency, the more you shift your internal frequency. And when you do that, you start to heal your body. This is so powerful and so crucial. We think, oh, we were speaking our truth, we're saying what we think. You do that on a consistent level from a place of strength and a place of congruency with who you are, you change your physiology fast. And by changing your physiology, you heal your dis-ease in your body, whether it's emotional, mental, physical, spiritual. Yeah? And you start to create the life you want to live. You know, there is no conversation that I will have in my relationship that's not 100% open, to the point where sometimes my husband and I will speak openly about, well, we've got a void happening here. What's going to happen if this void's not filled either by you or by myself? What does that then look like outside? So it's so important, and I love you all so much that I wanted to share with you about this conversation I had yesterday with this beautiful tradesperson, because by speaking out, by being transparent, nobody's perfect. We are so not perfect. We're not meant to be perfect. And by being in your power, by being in your truth, you become the greatest remedy of all. That's that simple. You know, went to a skin specialist yesterday, the first time in 1.5 years that they didn't tell me I had some sort of precursor to cancer. And I was like, yes, this is great. And he went on about cosmetically, the things on my back, the things on my nose, and he wanted to burn them off. I said, no. I'm not designed to be cosmetically perfect. I'm here. I'm who I am. Thank you for your offer, but I'm not going to take that up. And so we're not meant to be perfect. Good morning, everybody. We're not meant to be perfect. We are who we are. Speak from your place of truth, not because you think someone else wants to hear it, not because you think that someone's not going to like you, not because you think that you're not going to be loved or nurtured if you start speaking. In actual fact, the opposite will happen. You'll start to gain respect. You'll start to gain energy. Your structure will change in your body, and you'll start to feel more vibrational with who you are. This gets you back in alignment with your heart center, so you can become your own remedy. So I'm going to go now. As I said, we've got renovations going on here, and I've just had a whole heap of soil dumped on my front driveway. My son wants to get his hands in, and we're going to create this veggie garden. Not sure how long it'll last, but we're going to create a veggie garden because we have a free-range rabbit. So I'm going to get to that and do that with him at the moment. And please know that no matter what, you are your own remedy. If you stand up and you speak from here, and you speak in a way that's transparent, honest, integral, right? Calming, confident, you get all that on the outside, and life becomes so much more harmonious. Sending you all so much love. Take care, and we'll chat really soon. Bye for now.